Hi, everybody. My name is Torian DeVoe. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to share a quick basic tutorial for anybody who's new to cryptocurrency. There's not going to be any hard terminology here, very minimal learning of new terms. It doesn't take a lot of previous skill, or it actually takes no previous skill, no previous knowledge, and no previous experience in crypto for you to understand this tutorial. There will be no hard concepts here. And anything that you don't understand, please comment at the end of the video in the comment section, and I'll be sure to do my best to answer your questions as best as possible. So this video is made again for beginners. If you're an advanced crypto trader, you're always welcome to be here. However, this video is not necessarily geared towards you, but again, welcome and thanks for stopping in on my channel. So we're going to go back and do a very basic step-by-step guide to help you make as much money as you can and lose as least amounts as you can possible. So because we're beginners, I would suggest starting off with lower amounts that you're investing in as your principal. So I might personally use an app called Coinbase. I find it to be a fantastic app. This video obviously is not sponsored by Coinbase, although hi Coinbase, if you're looking and you'd like to sponsor me, I won't say no. But I like to use Coinbase because Coinbase has a program called Learn to Earn, where you actually get free cryptocurrencies based off of quizzes that you take regarding new coins that they're coming out on the market or information that they want you to know about how the market works in itself. So there'll be a reward of between $2 to $5 per quiz that you take and answers that you answer correctly. So far, I've earned $20. You can't lose with that because now you're playing with the house's money instead of your own money. First rule of crypto: do not invest anything that you're not comfortable with losing your entire principal, because no matter what people tell you right now, cryptocurrency is the absolute wild west. Okay, it has very little regulations. People are making big gains and they're also making big losses. So just like everything else, it is a risk, but this is a greater risk than or a greater risk over a short amount of time, excuse me, in terms of rewards and possible setbacks versus another financial tool like the stock market. So, secondly, I want to say that it does not matter what you hear about a coin. Do not invest in a coin based off of its legacy, its branding, its story. All of that is marketing. Do not listen to that because that will have you losing. You need to concern yourself with a coin's story or their brand identity when you're in a position in cryptocurrency where you can actually insert the type of money in a system that actually moves a system by percentages ups and downs. Speaking of percentages, that's one thing that you also need to be looking for when it comes to your earnings. You're not looking at the number or the dollar amount that it says. You're looking at how much a coin is moving up or down in the given amount of time that you're interested in investments. So you have three tiers of investment. You have short-term investment, you have mid-term investments, and you have long-term investments. And me personally, I would suggest that as a new cryptocurrency investor, that you go for short-term investments because it's going to give you a greater opportunity to see how this whole thing works, how this whole system works, and you're going to get answers a lot quicker. So, for example, some people who hear about Bitcoin, they're like, "Oh my gosh, Bitcoin is at $22,000. Let me hop on Bitcoin and get it." And then it goes up to 23,000, and they don't understand why they didn't get that much of an increase in their money because you only gained a small percentage amount versus you could have taken the same amount of money that you invested in Bitcoin, invested in a coin which is worth pennies on the dollar, and when the price increase jumps, the percentage jumps a lot more, and you're going to get a lot more reward out of that investment. But then again, there's also a lot more risk. But when you're only playing with small numbers, it's easy. So my key investment principle is taking big risks with small amounts of money. That's what I do. So buy the dip. It's very, very important principle when you're investing. So if you know how to invest in the stock market, you just transfer all your information basically over to cryptocurrency. But if you don't know how to invest in the stock market and you learn how to invest in cryptocurrency, you'll be stellar on the stock market, because cryptocurrency is like a concentrated version of everything that goes on there. Um, and it can all happen in a few minutes. So buy the dip. So when you see the price dip below the average, that is your signal to buy. So there's no guarantees on how below average a coin is going to go. So it's, you should really just use your personal discretion as to when you decide you're going to jump in. It's all based on your risk tolerance. So again, we're not investing money that we have to be worried about losing the principal. You're not investing anything where if you lose all your money, it's going to cause problems in your life or your children's lives. And we're not doing that here. We're just learning the system, and then you're earning and you're going along it that way. If you get on a windfall, if they pump a coin, great for you. But you're not putting yourself in situations where you could create problems for your family based off of a system which is wild, wild west right now. So everything is based on your tolerance. How far down you allow the dip to go. It's all based on your tolerance. So when you're buying into the dip, you have to think about what your objective is again. Is it a short term investment? Is it a mid-term investment? Or is it a long term investment? Me, typically, I like to look for short term investments that I can turn over within 24 to 72 hours. So in that time span, I will look for something to start off, which is trading between 10 and 20% below its average for that day or week. Typically, I look out for the week, the day to the week. I don't typically go out to the month if I'm looking at short term investments, which is again for me 24 to 72 hours. Now, if I'm looking for like a midterm investment to see what this coin is going to do, like say, for example, I'm invested in a coin, I see, okay, today it's not doing a great daily average in terms of its dip, but over the month time span, this is way below average of than what it's been for the month, or way below average of what it's been for the year. Okay, then I will invest into that. But within doing that, there's caveats to that. Not only am I looking for, is it way below market value, I'm also looking at, when I look out, its performance as a coin overall. So I'm asking myself questions like, um, what has been the life cycle of this coin on the market? Did it start shooting up fast and then quickly lose value, which typically means that it was a pump and dump, which is a scam typically. There's a lot of scam coins out. That's why I like to use apps like Coinbase, because they have to vet all of the coins that they allow on that marketplace. As a beginner, do not get on any cryptocurrency platforms where you're going to be doing a whole lot of experimental stuff where they've never heard of these coins before. There's no um, market interest generated in the last month, 2 month, year, however long that you're looking for it in this coin. You know, to just use your discernment basically. When you look out at something, you can see like, okay, what is this showing me overall? Not just what it's showing me today, but what has it been showing me for the life cycle of this currency? Um, so yes, so example. So like I said, if something is shifting slightly below average, if it's only trading slightly below average, that's not really a coin that's worth me investing my time in for a long term. I mean, excuse me, for a short term turnover. Now, if it's trading well below average, okay, now we're talking. Now that makes sense for me. Okay, so like I said, now we're going towards long-term projections. That's when you want to look further back and you want to look at the life of it overall, the life over the last year, over the last 6 to 8 months, and then also again the 3 month cycle and the month cycle. So those are for further longer long-term projections. So now when you're looking at that, um, again, I would not suggest those for beginner investors. But if you are going to go ahead and do that, then just be mindful of the warnings that I gave you here. So if you're going to do that, look if the coin is trading towards the top levels of where it's traditionally been, or if it's trading towards the lower levels of where it's traditionally been. And I think that would be the easiest way for you to cut all the fat if you're just looking to invest in a long-term coin. So not only do we want to invest in the dip, we also want to count the dips. So counting the dips for your average, for the average that you're looking to hold. So for example, for me, I like to hold things 24 to 72 hours. So I look and see how many times has that coin gone up and gone down in that time period. For me, the more times, the more volatile it's been, the better, because that means I have more opportunities to buy in at a low price, as well as to take my money um, out of the market before I lose my original investment. And then I can, at that time, take it out and see what the market's going to do again, and then reinvest it again when I see it going all the way down. And then when I see it going up towards its upper threshold, the idea of a threshold is where your coin starts to get doubt in the mind of the holders, where people are kind of being like, I don't know if I should start selling. I don't know if I want to buy this. That's when you see uh, that curvature. So look at what the threshold for that coin has been for that time period. If it's a day, if it's 72 hours, and you go based off of those. So like I said, for me, I look at the threshold and I buy when it's low. And again, I sell like when it's getting towards the top of the market value for that time span, whether it's for the day, whether it's for 72 hours, whether it's for the month. And I wouldn't go out to any further projection than that. Based off of that, that signals to me, okay, it's going up to the top, going up to the top. Yeah, I can let it go up past where it's ever gone before if I want to take that kind of risk, and, or if I'm feeling greedy. But typically, that is not the way that I invest. I'm not, it's gambling already. So, if I'm going to gamble, I'm going to try and mitigate as many risks as possible. So I'm taking my money out at that top threshold. I'm holding it and putting it in either a stable coin or another coin which doesn't have so many fluctuations. And then when I see the coin that I really want go back down to that lower level than what it's been trading at, that I already know, because now I'm already in the coin. So I kind of got the idea. Okay, when I see this going up towards 92 cents or towards $1.03, I need to start thinking about turning it over. And then, okay, when it goes back down to 87 cents, okay, now I need to think about buying it again. You see what I'm saying? So I hope this has been pretty easy to understand. If you didn't understand any of the concepts, let me know. I'll come back and give you more information. If you like this style of video, please let me know in the comments if you like more financial literacy videos. And if you're still unsure about what I've taught you here about crypto and how to invest, think of cryptocurrency like your employee, okay? Because your money is supposed to work for you. So when you think about your employee, you look at a person's performance at work. And then when you're looking at their performance at work, you think and you go back and you say, what has been the performance over the life of the coin? Or what is the performance over the life of this person at work? Okay, and all your answers will stem from there. One more thing, I'm going to come back and do another video, a future video, and it's going to be about the other side of the market. So cryptocurrency, the great thing about crypto is they're basically creating money out of thin air. So you can bet against the market at the same time as you're invested in the market and make money off of both sides. One side doesn't have to lose for the other. Well, one side does have to lose for the other to win, but not for you. See, that's where it's different. So how I'm doing that is I'm in what's called a derivative market. I am invested in Ethereum backed derivatives, which is betting against crypto. But typically that requires a larger investment, and your money is going to grow slower but it's going to grow more sure and it's going to be in a portfolio. So that also requires you finding a broker that you trust and a broker who's willing to take your money. So if you guys are interested in that topic, I'd be more than happy to come and bring you a video about that. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Bye.